Hey everybody. Okay, this is going to be a more of a walkthrough, not necessarily a tutorial, because these patterns are going to be super easy. Okay, so I spent the last few weeks, prototyping and getting these things nailed down. But this package or this packet will have a few different versions and sizes for different different size forearms, because these are going to be bracers, forearm bracers, or sometimes they're called something different, but these are they go on your forearm right here. Okay, so first I have the simple one. Just have a simple bracer, and this is the top. I'll show you the sides here in a second, but if you notice, on all of them I have little letters, A, B, C, and D. And so those will coordinate with the side pieces that I'll show you here in a minute. But the simple bracer is going to be great for customizing it. If you want to laser engrave anything on here, or if you just want a simple bracer, this is perfect. Okay. I also have this one here, and I'll show you the finished products here in a little bit. But this is going to be what I'm calling the Assassin's bracer, and I'll show you why in here in a second. So this one has an outer piece and an inner piece that is in the pattern. There's two of them, one for the base and then one for these two pieces that go on top. And I'll show you that here in a second. And then this is I'm calling the Alchemist because there's spaces here for vials. And again, I'll show you that here in a second. But this one I'm referring to as the Alchemist bracer. Okay. The next thing I wanted to show you, and why this is an awesome pattern, is that I have different sizes, and different versions. So here's for lacing. Okay. So if you wanted to create sides or create this bracer with laces, you'd use these ones with the holes. And also you'll notice that, and I put a little note here on the pattern. This is for skinnier arms. Okay, and I made this one for my wife and daughter, and it fits their arms perfectly. So some people would say this might be for a women's version, but it's for skinnier arms. Okay, so the skinny arm with laces, and then I have here for skinnier arms with buckles. Okay, so here's the rivets, the rapid rivets, where those are going to go. And again, you'll see the letters here, right? The A, B, C, D, so that you coordinate with the actual top part. So here's for the buckles. And again, if you're going to be doing this for both arms, you're going to print this out twice. But the second one, you're going to invert. So instead of putting the buckles on this side, you put the buckles on this side, right? So make sure you wear that. The other thing, and I put notes in here, these are the straps for the buckles. This is for the upper forearm, so upper here, and then this is the lower forearm when I talk about it here in the little notes. But you're going to want to adjust these lengths according to your measurements. So what I usually do, I will cut out something maybe a little bit longer, and then after making the buckles, I'll strap it down and take a measurement on where that strap hits the buckle for me. Okay, so that's something just to keep in mind, and I leave a little note here as well, just as a reminder. Here's for a larger forearm. Okay, but again, using buckles. Okay, so these sides, and again, here's A, B, C, and D. This is for larger forearms, and I have the measurements here and the reminders to adjust these lengths to your size. But the buckles are pretty much set. This is 1 inch by 3 inch. Okay. The last one you'll see in the pattern pack is for laces for larger forearms, and there's a couple of these different shapes just so you can customize it to your cosplay. If, like, for example, and I'll show you here in a second, I made the larger version, the larger version, if you have something over the top, like a thick shirt or some other type of material that is bulky, you'll want to use a larger size to accommodate that. And I'll show you that here in a second. But the red line here and the red holes, I've put a note up here, is that for just a little bit smaller. Okay, not small like not small like these for thinner forearms. These are still for a little beefier forearms, but just a little bit smaller in case you need it. Okay, so let's get into some of these versions and how they look. Here is the simple bracer with the buckles, and it has the larger sides for the larger forearms. And you know, I did this according to my measurements, and that's what's on the papers there. So here's the simple one with the large sides and the buckles. Here is the simple top, but with the thinner sides and laces. Okay, this is the one I was telling you that my wife wears, and it fits her perfectly from her wrist almost to her elbow. And if you need this shorter, you know, you can cut this down easily from this point. Just make a measurement and cut it down a little bit shorter if you need to. But again, this is simple, small laces. Okay. Here is what I was talking about, the Assassins. The Assassins version. In the pattern, you'll see there's this piece right here with the lace holes. That's included in there, so I didn't show it, but it is included. So you'll just lace, or you'll stitch this to this piece here to the base. It goes all the way through. You stitch it all the way together. Okay, so it's one very solid piece. I made a little sheath here for a tactical, what's called a tactical spike. So it just comes in, you know, it sits in the sheath perfectly because I made it for that. But yeah, so it has the outer piece, the base, and then the piece for a dagger, tactical knife, what are those called? I don't remember the knives that Naruto, anime kunois, I think is something like that. Anyway, somebody will correct me. But yeah, so here's the Assassins, and it has the larger sides with laces. So this one's for the bulkier arms, or if you have bulky undervestments that you need to account for. I'll spread these out here in a second. I'll take the laces out so you can see. But so the Assassins bracer, and then here is the Alchemist. It has these the loops, and again, I know I didn't show this in the other sheets, but it's part of the pattern. So the holes for the rivets and the loops are for holding vials. Let me show you that real quick. Hold on. Okay, so here it is with bottles in the straps. So you wear it, and you can either left hand, right hand, either way. But yeah, this is the Alchemist. The one thing to note is this strap that goes over the top that gets riveted down all the way through to the backside. This size of loop is going to depend greatly on the vial that you use. For example, here's one I got, some vials I got from a store, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I can't remember. But the diameter is different than these. And so it would make a smaller loop, each of these. And so this strap would end up being a different size than what's in my pattern right now. So, and I'll leave a note on that, I've stitched it. I have stitched it to the base, but you don't have to, just for aesthetic purposes, and you can even put some more rivets if you wanted to. But the length of this outer strap, just as a reminder, might be different depending on the size of the loops, which will depend on the size of your vials. Okay, so let me unlace these and show you the open version real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I'll just run through these really quick. So again, this is the basic bracer, laces, and the smaller size for thinner arms. I already showed you the buckle for large arms and the simple base here. And here's the Assassin's Bracer with really large sides. And let me show you real quick. Yeah, here's an example of another blade that fits in here, aside from the one I showed earlier. But yeah, this has the wider and the laces. And then here's the Alchemist Bracer with the vials, the slightly smaller sides with laces. And you can see if I overlay these, let me do it like this. Yeah. So you can see just how there's a slight difference, but it does help when, depending on if you have, a bulky, if you have bulky forearms like I do. So there's 2 different versions on these in the pattern, and then 3 different versions for the top that is available in this pattern pack. So I'm excited to see what you guys do with this, how you customize it. I'm planning on taking this one and laser etching, so like a Triskelion or some Celtic knots along here. I think that would be awesome. Do some engravings, some tooling on these things would be pretty cool. So yeah, good luck. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But like I said, this is very, very straightforward. You're just going to be stitching, stitching these together. Punching out the holes, cutting it, stitching it together, putting in the grommets. These right here are 3/16, and these are 1/4 inch. But again, you can customize those to your needs as you need with what you guys have. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Ping me on Etsy or Facebook or Instagram, any place you guys find me. And subscribe for some more stuff. I have some really interesting bracers that I'm working on that's going to be, they're going to be matching some of the other patterns I have on my Etsy store. So stay tuned for those. And thanks. Okay, bye.